ruined a pregnancy announcement by pointing out she took the wrong test. Now she's blaming me for her marriage problems. So my husband and I, both 30, hosted a lunch with 8 friends, and they asked if we could include a new couple, Doug and Sasha. We had never met them, but since everyone else knew them, we said sure. At one point, Sasha needed to use the restroom, and since the other bathroom was occupied, I told her she could use our master bathroom. A little while later, she walked out bawling, holding something in her hand. At first, I thought she had hurt herself, but then she whispered something to Doug. Suddenly, he dropped to his knees, started crying, and began kissing her stomach. Our friends lost it, screaming, jumping, hugging. It was total chaos. Then Sasha turned to us and said, "I'm pregnant." My husband and I congratulated them, and when they asked for a bag for the test, we gave them one. I did think it was a little strange that she took a pregnancy test at a stranger's house, but I kept that thought to myself. Then, as we all sat down to eat, Sasha casually said, "OP, I hope you don't mind that I used one of your pregnancy tests. I just saw them and had to." I was confused. I don't own pregnancy tests. So I told her that, and she insisted that she found them in my drawer. That's when it hit me. "Sasha, do you mean the blue box in the back of my lower left drawer?" She suddenly looked embarrassed and mumbled that the box said Pregmate, so she assumed it was a pregnancy test. Sasha took an ovulation test. I told her this, and Doug lost it. He yelled that his wife isn't stupid and knows how to read a box. He demanded she pull out the test to prove me wrong. But Sasha refused, saying she didn't need to justify anything to a stranger. Then they stormed out. Later, one couple agreed that Doug and Sasha completely overreacted, but the other said I should have pulled Sasha aside instead of saying it in front of everyone. The thing is, everything happened so fast that I was just trying to make sense of it all in real time. And here's the kicker. One of our friends later confirmed that Sasha did take an ovulation test. She's not pregnant. Update 1 day later. After everything that happened, I called one of my friends who took Doug and Sasha's side and told her I needed an explanation for what on earth went down. And wow, I got some answers. Apparently, my friends have known Doug and Sasha much longer than I realized, which is weird because they never mentioned them before. Turns out, every time they see Doug, he brings up wanting a baby. One night, Sasha confided in the women that Doug left his first wife because she couldn't have kids. She was the same age as him. And according to Sasha, Doug told friends that he married her because she was young and fertile. At that point, they had been trying for over a year, and she was afraid he'd leave her too. My friends tried to tell her this wasn't a healthy relationship, but she insisted she was happy and just needed to get pregnant. Eventually, they convinced her to seek medical help, which she had been too scared to do before. Sasha was prescribed fertility medication and was afraid to take a pregnancy test alone. My friends even promised to be there when she tested to support her. The day they were at my house, Sasha had just finished her first round of medication and was in the window to test. She hadn't planned on doing it that day, but when I told her she could use my bathroom, she had a light bulb moment. She saw a box in my drawer, assumed it was a pregnancy test, took it, and saw 2 lines. In shock, she immediately ran out to tell Doug and their friends. Now here's where it gets messy. Doug was absolutely mortified once he found out what actually happened, and they've been fighting a lot ever since. Meanwhile, Sasha has been telling anyone who will listen that I ruined her marriage. She claims my husband and I were threatened by their presence and embarrassed them on purpose. She even told my friends they shouldn't hang out with me anymore because apparently I disrespected a guest in my own home. My friends admitted they sided with her in the moment because they knew how much this pregnancy meant to her marriage. But now, we're back on good terms. Also, yes, my husband and I have been privately trying to conceive, and I'm furious that this is now public knowledge. To those of you who caught that and sent well wishes, thank you. Your kindness truly meant a lot.